All right, and welcome back, everyone. As you know, or as you don't, I don't know if this is your first video. I'd start with 19, but you do you. I'm Steve.
Yes.
That guy. I think I mispronounced my own name. But I mean, to be fair, you'd only start with the newest one. Our videos aren't really meant for longevity. Like, first 18 are perpetually useless now because the votes are over.
Sure. So that's true. Until we start doing like the bio videos, the ones, yeah, these will be the ones that are necessary. All right. And we are the Tourney Junkies. Our site is tourneyjunkies.com. Very easy to remember. If you remember our name, you remember our site somewhat. So feel free to, after the video, head over and vote. I know it's kind of a bit of an early video, but Jess and I have plans tomorrow, and we will not be anywhere near the computer for the entirety of the day. So, anyway, let's hop right into it and start with last week. And actually, because of the last video, I want to start with Zach's feelings for those two matches, since he didn't get to be on the last video.
Okay. What was the Heroes match again? Oh, it was Captain America v. Rambo.
Hey. Yeah, it was the American Hero match.
And they were fighting where? I don't remember where.
It was a castle.
Oh, it was a castle.
Yeah.
Well, I voted for Captain America because I still voted even when I wasn't on the video. But it seems like a lot of people do. In fact, I know the one person who didn't. But I don't know. It's just like his suit. I know they're both like super soldiers or whatever, right? But like Captain America just seems more complete as a super soldier as an overall. Plus, having an indestructible shield always helps.
Yeah. I agree.
On the other side, though, I disagreed with you.
I know you do. I knew you did whenever we texted about this. That you came down to you voted for Godzilla. I have a feeling that you would have some cogent points if you'd been on the video last time. So, why does Godzilla win in your eyes?
Well, as I said, he's essentially a giant red lantern. He breathes red stuff that is the equivalent of nuclear. It's a controlled nuclear burst, which I don't think aliens are particularly resistant to. But, I mean, I'm not saying they're not, but... Also, I know it's a battlefield, so there is plenty of fear around, but, like, it doesn't directly come from Godzilla at all. Because I know it doesn't, like, directly relate to his power. He's not like Pennywise, where he gets weaker because of it. But, like, I don't know. Godzilla's skin's really tough.
Still, I don't know if I've ever seen a substance that a lantern ring doesn't penetrate. I mean, you just have
I don't see how Jordan just shoot through Darkseid. Jordan just like right through his face.
That's how Jordan's style. So that is Sinestro's style. You remember Black Condor, don't you?
Yeah, but that's a human. He's fleshy. Stripe or Steel, or he can't shoot through Superman.
Well, that's true. I just think that the ring and Sinestro's cunning are going to be too much for Godzilla. Godzilla's not, I mean, like, he's strong. He's huge. Not a genius.
He has the primal instincts that he needs. He can hide and stuff.
Where's he going to hide?
I mean, in general, I just mean in general, like, in the movies, he knows when to avoid being seen, when not to be. He knows what the camera is. He also knows martial arts, so he would learn hand combat too.
As we talked about, there was a mean drop kick.
Yeah.
We're just not going to mention the drop kick ever. But
still, that one came down to a lot closer. Like, it was like Cap and Rambo was almost, there was like one vote for Rambo.
Yeah, I know.
Who was that? Do you know? Do you think you have
His mother. Yeah.
Oh. She voted for Rambo?
He said because of the bios and stuff, that his tactical prowess, because he's more used to guerrilla warfare, that's why she voted for Rambo. And I could definitely see it.
I could see it wasn't in the castle. Where's your guerrilla warfare coming in the castle?
Height advantage. You go up in the little snipers where the archers shoot at, and boom.
The Caps used to fight in like a million guys with guns. I mean, like, he took on the whole the Nazis single-handedly.
True, but those were terrible, and they're like Rambo's villains. They can't shoot. They're all stormtroopers, so.
Exactly. But still, I could see it. I wasn't going to be upset either way any one of these matches wins. Because, I mean, if Godzilla, I thought Godzilla was going to end up winning because I thought that you hadn't voted yet. So I was like, tied, and Zach's going to cast a tie-breaking vote, and Godzilla's going to win.
How late do you think I wait to vote?
I don't know.
It was like 2 hours before it closed.
I wasn't sure.
I'm not always the very last vote.
I know, a lot of times you're one of the earlier ones. You wait, or normally you do it like right after you do the video. So you're going to be one of the earliest. I haven't even voted this time. So.
You have it?
That is the first day, so.
Yeah, it's still the first day. So normally, though, I vote when I post it. Because I've done one posting. Anyway, sad to see that Godzilla did drop out, unfortunately, because of the tiebreaker came down to it. Me and Justin not change our vote. Not leave Seth behind. But I wonder if his counterpart with King Kong's going to advance.
Nah, I don't think King Kong's as strong as Godzilla. Like,
King Kong has an easier fight, though.
Is he fighting?
Norman.
Oh, Green Goblin. Okay. I was like, Norman Bates? No, I was like, no.
I'm pretty sure King Kong can beat Norman Bates. I
really hope so.
Okay, so just to reiterate, results for last week: Cap definitely beat Rambo pretty convincingly. So Captain America advances, and then barely Sinestro, the leader of the Yellow Lanterns, barely beat the Atomic Lizard. That was a good fight.
He's not a lizard. He's a, what is it, whale gorilla?
Whale gorilla.
That's what his name means. His name means whale gorilla.
Well then, there you go.
I don't get where the gorilla comes from. I rough whale.
But yeah, that is sad. I'm not sure why we had a different number of votes between the two. Like, someone voted for Heroes and was like, I don't care between Sinestro and Godzilla, or I can't vote. Like, I don't get it. How does that happen?
That's not the first time that's happened, is it?
First time that's happened. I'm not sure why someone votes for one and they're like, I'm not even participating in this villains match. I can't condone.
Yeah. Maybe.
Or, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this week's matches, and kick us off with the Heroes match, I guess.
The Heroes match is Neo from the Matrix versus Finn the Human.
Human?
Yeah, Human. From Adventure Time. It's on the space station, and they have bios and protons.
So, since these are both mine, somehow, I will kind of tell you a little bit about both of them. There are definitely similarities between these two. Neo is just a normal guy working in a software firm whenever we first meet him. His name is Thomas Anderson. And in his off time, he is a hacker. Neo. And he's searching for something that's kind of like an urban legend in his world called the Matrix. It's some kind of like holy grail of hackerdom. Some kind of big secret or something that is only whispered about. And the man who knows about the Matrix is named Morpheus, who's another guy that's some kind of legend who may or may not exist. So, one day, Neo actually is contacted personally by Morpheus. And so Neo goes to, and they set up a meeting. He goes to meet with Morpheus, and Morpheus tells him that the Matrix is actually, it's the entire world around him. It's not real. It was created by the machines as an artificial reality for the humans, while in the real world, the humans are actually just in pods connected to, basically used as batteries to power the machines. So kind of a big thing to drop on someone, you know? Like, oh yeah, your whole life is a lie. And in reality, you're just a battery. That's all you are. You're just a power source.
Aren't we all?
So after dropping that on, Morpheus offers him like an option. He holds out two pills. There's a red one. Oh, there's a blue one, which if Neo takes that, well, wake up the next morning and forget anything he ever learned from Morpheus. Forget the Matrix exists. And just go about his normal, blissfully unaware life. Or there's the red pill, which fundamentally changes his body's chemistry and wakes him up from the battery, the real world. Meaning that he will then experience the real world and go through all that, and not be able to go back to the blissful happiness, the blissful being blissfully unaware. Yeah, to be blissfully unaware before that. It was before. So Neo, of course, because obviously the story continues, he takes the red pill, wakes up in the real world, and meets up with Morpheus and the rest of his group. And they set about trying to infiltrate the Matrix and destroy the machine overlords that threaten their only cities in the real world, and to free the rest of the humans from the Matrix. So, really about it as far as backstory goes. I don't need to go anything else. Neo is prophesized to be the one savior of humanity. He fights to help people, but his main thing is that his love of his life. It's the main thing he cares more than anyone else, than anything else. So, Neo is he can be depressed and sullen because he has he carries a lot of burden on his shoulders. The whole savior of humanity thing gets to him. Most of the time, though, he's pretty resigned to that, and he does what needs to be done. Brave. He can be too brave, more brave than he is intelligent sometimes. So brave to the point of stupid. He's also creative in how he fights, because he is an anomaly in the Matrix. He doesn't play by the normal rules that everyone else is following. He can bend the source code. So, because he's able to bend the source code, which we're going to allow him to have some degree of here, because we do take the universes into account. So the Matrix universe does exist here. So he alters the source code to give himself incredible strength, superhuman strength, speed, agility, endurance. He's also he's a master of fighting skills, both armed and unarmed. So he can punch through walls. He can jump off of buildings and survive without taking any real damage. He can dodge bullets. He can jump from rooftop to rooftop. That's really about it as far as. He's also got incredible willpower. His intelligence and wisdom are maybe slightly above average. Doesn't really possess any other powers, any energy powers, or anything other than his ability to tap into the source code and give himself advanced stats. Doesn't really have any glaring weaknesses. He is still technically human, so he could still theoretically die if he could get hit. That's the problem. His stats do make him very hard to hit. So he still could theoretically die if he's ever shot or anything like that. He will be bringing his pair of pistols to this. He's a very good shot with these, and being able to bend reality does help. Really all there is for Neo. And then his opponent is also the largest hero of his world, the one that everyone turns to save the savior of humanity, the savior of, I guess, candy people and slime people, all the other people that hang around. He's like supposed to be the last too. Finn the Human is, for the most part, the only human in the land of Ooh. He was born to human parents on an island, but got separated from them when he was a baby. And he was raised by a couple of tiny dogs who found him, and they raised him alongside their own children, including their younger son, Jake, who becomes Finn's best friend. Finn and Jake, basically, they're adventurers. They go out and they fight evil, and they save people, and they, adventure. It's all about adventure time. So, Finn is brave and good, and says, he's always on the good side of things. He cannot do anything evil. If he does, then it causes him great distress. It bothers him so much. So he's just basically the ultimate hero. He strives to be the best hero and to save everyone and defeat all evil. So he does. He defeats evil. He saves people. He saves them. His whole thing. All about that. His stats, are honestly superhuman as well. His strength in the series is far above. He's at superhuman level. His agility, his speed, his endurance are all at superhuman levels. His intelligence and wisdom are probably a little below, because he can be gullible and naive sometimes, because he is still just a child for a lot of the series. His willpower is also at a very high level, almost unmatched. Nothing really gets in his way. Once he decides he's going to take a mission on, he can, no matter what. No energy powers or magic powers or mental abilities of an offensive sort. Fighting skills are the best in his world, so he stacks up against probably the best fighters in the world. This should be Ben doesn't really have any actual powers beyond his enhanced stats, and a strong resistance to mental attack. Weaknesses, like I said, he can be gullible sometimes. He can be naive. And the fact that he cannot do anything that even is remotely evil might be considered a weakness. Can only hurt evil beings. If he hurts good or even unaffiliated beings, affiliated ant, it causes him great distress.
But if they're fighting back.
Well, yeah, if they fight him, he fights them. That's fine. But he doesn't go out of his way to just go kill unaffiliated ants. He's an evil ant. Oh, yeah, but unaffiliated. So, yeah. And he will be bringing... I agonized over which sword. I was like, which sword would be the best for this tournament? And I ended up settling on the Finn sword, which is kind of a convoluted backstory for this one. It's a duplicate of Finn that sacrificed its life. It's an alternate reality version of Finn that sacrificed its life to save the all-powerful being Prisma. And when he did, he was turned into a sword. So he can communicate with Finn. This alternate reality Finn is still a sword. And communicates with him and doubles all of his stats. So it makes him even stronger. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Finn is missing an arm, but he has replaced it. It is now a bionic arm. Really all there is to that one either. So yeah. That's Finn and Neo for you. So I just said it's in the space station. They have their bios and everything. So, Zach, why don't you tell us on this one? What do you think?
Do guns work in space?
On the space station, I'm sure they do. It has an atmosphere.
That's
Like
true.
you're floating in space.
Yeah, there's like a really bad echo on your screen.
Echo?
I can hear myself. No, not anymore. Okay, apparently it was just temporary. I'm good.
Good. That's good then. All right.
Okay, so how much of the code altering or whatever, source code alter, does he have?
Probably up to the level he has in the movie. So probably still about to like jump from skyscraper to skyscraper and dodge bullets and punch through concrete walls.
They're on a space station?
Yeah.
Well, punching through walls won't help.
Yeah.
Not for anyone here.
Pretty sure he's doing this.
And then you talked about him. Jake's not here, right? This is just Finn. He isn't gonna bring. He isn't gonna bring like a little.
No, you cannot bring Jake.
Pocket or anything.
It is a character. You cannot bring other named characters to this. Maybe in the duos tournament, if we put Finn and Jake in, but no.
I think I'm gonna lean towards Neo, but
not as easy as all that. If you wouldn't think, yeah, this is Neo, and then the cartoon character is like, this cartoon character is a hero too. He's tough.
Yeah, this I don't think Finn's weak as a cartoon character, but he doesn't have space altering abilities.
I know, it does feel like he's got a cheat code. What do you say? Do you agree?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have to agree. I mean, the source code altering does mean that you can just increase his stats exponentially, so he can be stronger than Finn. And yeah, I just don't see Finn pulling it out. As much as I like him, I think Neo.
Yeah, I also think Neo's probably a better fighter because of his reaction time increase so drastically and all that.
You got strange noises coming from. All right. Then I will introduce the villains match since we're going to that. It is Dr. Frankenfurter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show and Donkey Kong, the original villain Donkey Kong from the original Donkey Kong series, pre-Donkey Kong. He's going to be on the lava field. So it's going to and no bios or anything. But Frankenfurter has a 1 hour advantage on the field. So these are both yours. Take it away to
Okay. Dr. Frankenfurter is, except he's a sweet transvestite from the planet Transsexual in the galaxy Cancer. And him and the other transvestites, Riffraff and Magenta, both live in a castle, which is actually a ship. When one night, Brad and Janet get caught with a flat. How about that? So they ended up coming on a special night when Frankenfurter is introducing his newest creation, his Frankenstein, his newest version of Frankenstein. But his name is Rocky. He's supposed to be perfect. And then all sorts of stuff ensue. But his mission.
That's the movie, in other words.
Right.
The rest of the story. Jeez.
It's really awesome. His mission is to create life, create a person that adores him and is subservient and just is everything he is perfect for him. And he's picky. He doesn't want them to really have any will of their own. He wants all the attention on him. It's all about him and his drama, and he is the most important thing, and everybody else needs to fall in line and do it. So that's his personality. His stats, he would be average in pretty much everything except for intelligence. And intelligence, yes, because he's a doctor and he can create life. Wisdom, not so much, probably below average because he doesn't realize he's ticking everybody off, causes them to turn on him. Yeah. And fighting ability, or any other powers or anything, he doesn't really have any. He can use an axe, which he will be bringing. We added that, so he's pretty good with an axe. But as for actually being trained in fighting, no, he's kind of, that's not what he is.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
Exactly. Unless you get in the way, and then he will get rid of you. Yeah. And weaknesses, I don't know, I assume that he could die in the ways of a human, but we know it is fatal if he gets shot by a laser gun of transvestite nature.
I'm sure he's not immune to everything.
I'm sure he can be hurt, and he's a bit of a baby, so he might give up. But he'll be, just fabulous when he does it. Now for Donkey Kong, this is the villain Donkey Kong from the first arcade game by the same name.
Is he not from Donkey Kong 2 as well? Isn't Donkey Kong 2 still him?
Donkey Kong Jr. he gets kidnapped, remember?
Oh, is that 2?
Yeah,
that Donkey Kong Jr. 3.
And then 3 is
the bad guy. The third one's the one where you're Stanley, right? Okay. Yeah, I want the first one.
So this is technically what we say is Cranky Kong back in the day or something.
If you believe, yes, that's what Cranky Kong claims, that he was the original Donkey
Kong. Which is kind of believable, per se.
I mean, yeah, because if not, then what happened to Donkey Kong Jr.? We don't know. If the actual DK that we use now is the original Donkey Kong Jr. just left, apparently. So, I choose to think that Cranky Kong is telling the truth. It seems more believable. But
so this is where Donkey Kong's a bad guy, the different Donkey Kong. So he kidnaps Pauline, Jumpman's girlfriend, which is Jumpman is Mario. I don't know who this girl Pauline is, but
she shows up again. Actually, she's in
Mario Odyssey, and she has a really cool song. Like, she's a mayor. She's great. She's a cool.
Well, Donkey Kong's a jerk, and he kidnaps Pauline and climbs up on this building that's being constructed, and basically, yeah, that's what happens. And he's just a jerk and wants to keep these lovers apart, and he'll throw barrels and everything. Just kind of like
I'm sure he has his reasons.
but we don't know. For all we know, it's no reason.
Because Maya would ask. Maya would ask. He would understand.
Yeah, but just talk this out. Jeez.
Anyway, as for his stats and everything, he would be above average or superhuman. He's a big ape.
It's right? A giant gorilla, yeah.
So he's gonna be strong. He's gonna be agile. I mean, he climbs up a construction site. These.
Is he a giant gorilla, by the way?
He's pretty big. I mean, consider how big Jumpman is. How big Donkey Kong is.
Really small. Have you played Super Mario Odyssey? He's not human-sized. Mario is small for a human.
He's bigger than Pauline. Or, like, have you played Smash Bros? The 75M stage.
Sure, but if you play any sports game, he's also shorter than Peach.
Who? Donkey Kong?
I know, I mean Mario. Jumpman. So,
yeah.
Donkey Kong's too big. I mean, Donkey Kong's large for his size, yeah. But that's what I consider a standard gorilla size. A standard gorilla is bigger than me. So.
The original Donkey Kong was bigger than the modern Donkey Kong. He's wider.
That's true, but Crash
maybe a little
really small. Donkey Kong's really small.
He just really shrinks when he gets old. I don't know. Hits him really hard. He shrivels.
But like he's not like King Kong sized. To go back and mention King Kong for a second time in this video, but
yeah, he's not King Kong size, but he's still large for a gorilla.
Okay.
As for fighting, I'm sure he's not classically trained, but he'll throw stuff at you.
Yeah, he'll throw. It's all day.
I don't think he has any. You can't really hurt him.
He hit him with a hammer.
Oh. Okay. But barrels to throw, a limited supply of barrels.
Of course he will. Oh, he just spawns them from nowhere anyway. Unless they're just building this skyscraper out of barrels. Yeah. Yes, also. I think the 1 hour advantage is actually probably not an advantage in this case. Do you believe that it will be to Frankenfurter's detriment to be at the lava field for an hour before the ape even shows up?
Why?
Because, one, it's incredibly hot. He's going to zap your stamina right there and be an hour in this lava field. And there's not really anything around to make anything out of. It's a pretty simple.
Fair.
I'll be sitting there being hot and bored.
Pretty much. So I'm thinking, Kong shows up, hits him with a barrel, knocks him in the lava. That's how it goes. Are you for the 8?
I could probably agree.
Maybe if he possessed one of them laser guns, but he never uses it. So.
Doesn't seem like it's not. Yeah. Which means, another old school, like, 8-bit character going on. Second one, after Blinky. I mean, I guess it's still possible that people are trying to put it out.
It's only 2 so far?
Well, yeah, like, think about who else. We had, I think we only had Q-Bert is only the one. Or was 8-bit.
Oh.
I guess
it's
right. Originating 8-bit, but they moved on to more modern times. Like
who?
Mario. All three of them started off.
Who did Mario, though? Probably 8-bit, but...
Hasn't been on it really. But still, yeah. Definitely make sure to head to the site, vote, tourneynjunkies.com, read over the bios, check out the maps, leave a comment, let us know what you think. Definitely head over to our Amazon portal, get the movies, TV shows, games that all these are based on, other merch. After to this one, any merch that you want. These current bios, these current matches will end not tomorrow night. It will be Saturday night. Or the next night. Those matches are a little weird. Not like these aren't, but on the hero side of things, it is going to be between Jesse Custer, the honest preacher of the Darkness's Preacher comics, and the subterranean digger Dig Dug from the game of that, from the 8-bit arcade game of that same name. That should be weird. And then on the villain side, it is Shredhead himself, Shredder. Ninja Turtles cartoon of the late 80s, early 90s. He will be going up against the leader of Spectre, Ernst Stavro Blofeld, who did one. Some of you. Yeah. So that should be quite interesting. Those will be great fights. And we will be back to discuss those on Monday at, I guess we're shooting for 5:30 p.m. Central Time. We're sure we're doing that. Like I said, remember TourneyJunkies.com, vote, read, buy, and help us determine who would win.